I am going off of her track record. Look, fuck your smart-ass antics.
You don't have to get upset. Like,
no, you're the one. Every time you get backed into a corner, you will not acknowledge
I'm not aware of what you're referring to.
I am trying to get to it. If you will just be quiet, I will get to it. You know you're getting backed into a corner, and so you're trying to deflect. I'm not going to let you do that.
Well, you contradicted yourself.
If you want to come with smart-ass antics, I'm going to come right back with it. Let me make my point, then you can make your point. That's how a civil debate happens.
Guys, today I have another fiery debate for you. We have Pubehead David over here taking on 10 MAGA Republicans in a heated debate. You will not want to miss this. We cover topics such as immigration, race in America, amongst other things. But make sure you hit like and subscribe if you like videos like this. We are dropping videos every single day. Welcome to America Only.
It down and be civil.
You're the one that's getting a bit accelerated
here. Let me make my points, and then you can make your points.
Okay, go for it.
I am going off of her track record as the executive, both as the district attorney and as the attorney general in California. And I think that both of how she acted in those instances are clearly indicative that she would have been much worse at upholding the rule of law. When she was the attorney general for the state of California.
I want to stay on the first one.
I'm literally making my point about her track record. What she did as the attorney general was even worse.
Okay, go for it.
When she was the attorney general, the Supreme Court deemed California's prison conditions to be cruel and unusual. They gave very specific instructions on the amount of inmates that had to be released. Justice Kennedy, who was a conservative justice, even siding with the Democrats, and said that there was needless death and suffering happening on a weekly basis. So Kamala Harris defied the Supreme Court for years on end. It was so egregious, she created a constitutional crisis. And for the first time in the Supreme Court's history, they were going to hold the state of California in contempt. Every legal scholar at the time said that she would be forever barred from ever holding a federal bench because the motions were egregious and they were written in bad faith.
Holy crap.
If you look, you're saying holy crap? I'm sorry, but that is clearly indicative of how she acts when she is in the executive. And I can give you some of the stuff that you've said about
I can't even
Trump.
Get a word out, dude. I can't even
Go
get a word
ahead
out.
Then.
So you mentioned...
Respond.
Yeah, not to mention she was Montel Williams' side chick for a long time. I mean, do you really want to vote that into office?
Specifically to the point of her track record, and I would be willing to bet you that you didn't even research and didn't even know that about her.
No, I know the SCOTUS case. They did abide by inevitably, correct? There was a number of individuals and all these...
she wrote motions in bad faith.
And all these... What the... Bro, wait, hold on. We need to stay on topic, because please don't say these things that are contradictory, because I'm going to have to talk about
That's
Trump.
not contradictory.
So it is.
That's part of what she did.
When Emile Bove says, fuck you to the courts, what does that mean? Is that being bad faith?
Don't deflect. Go back to her
reputation. Yeah, exactly. So let's stay on the topic. Let's stop talking. So again, they did abide by the ruling. There was a number of individuals across all of these prisons that were on good credit that could have been left out early, and the populations are starting to get pretty tight. Am I correct? Is that a proper characterization?
Do you see what you just did there?
I'm not aware of all
I'm asking you what you just did. I took a very,
you got to tell me what I did if I'm not aware.
And you just tried to brush over it. And you said,
no, I'm not brushing over it.
You said, they eventually acted in accordance with it.
No, if there's instance of malfeasance, they should have been punished.
Do you have any legal experience? Do you understand when legal scholars say that you have written motions in bad faith?
Yeah.
Do you understand how egregious that is and what that says about your
Dude, it's like, if that's the
record?
case, you should be so mad, dude. When a federal judge goes out and accuses your administration of violating 96 court orders, when all you do is invoke the state secrets doctrine in bad faith, so you do not have to provide them the information they do, what they need, when you're sending people to a labor camp in El Salvador. I don't know how this could be a complaint.
My point is very, very simple.
You're not making a point.
No, I am making a point. I am telling you that even if what you say is 100% true about Trump, all right, even if I give that to you, I am telling you that I think Kamala Harris would have done worse of a job. And the reason why I believe that is because how she acted when she was the executive.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into that. You're not letting me.
No, I am.
You're not.
Dude, Kamala Harris was like everybody's drunk aunt who just drank wine all day. This country would have been already falling apart by this point if she was in charge.
So you're just brushing it off. They ended up releasing the individuals on good credits. The case dragged on, I believe. Was it passed on to a member of her office?
After what happened, what did it take? What did it take?
I'm not going to be able to tell you.
Okay, so
I'm not aware.
Okay, so thank you very much. You support a candidate and you have an opinion about that candidate based upon not properly researching your candidate. That's what you
As
just
their time
admitted.
as Attorney General and District Attorney?
You don't think that's important?
Yeah, for sure.
If you are, but you just admitted.
I'm asking you to provide me like more. I'm asking you clarifying questions. You've been able to like to articulate any of the things that are so bad.
And now you're having me bring up a different point.
No, it's not a different point. It's related. It's like if I'm saying Donald Trump's a rapist, and you're like, oh, actually, it was a civil case. But you didn't know that, then you're going to think he's a rapist, right?
And you just admitted that you didn't properly vet her. You literally just admitted
as district attorney. Yeah.
Once again, you just admitted.
Like, was she held in contempt of court?
Here's the deal.
Was she sanctioned?
She was about to be held in contempt of court by the Supreme Court, and only at the very end did she finally give in. All right. Every legal scholar said she would forever be barred from.
Okay, we get it. Kamala Harris sucks. Let's jump back to a different part of the debate with this guy. I'm not sure of his name.
Nice to meet you, Joseph. So I'm assuming you believe they follow the rule of law and the Constitution?
You know, as being POTUS, it is a hard job. I'm not going to pretend here that he's a saint and that he's done everything correct, and we're going to sit here and make everybody happy in this conversation. However, just like you've pointed out, yes, there's been a number of different cases that we've brought to the table, and he's still here. He's won before.
Election? Yep.
And then he's won again.
Okay.
Now, are these elections, are they fake?
No, he believes they are.
So there's people, well, I don't know if he believes they are. If he
does.
won.
Every single election he's participated in, he says it was rigged.
I think that's opinionated. I don't think he's going to say that the one that he won is fake. That's wrong. He believes that he
said there was fraud
correctly.
in 2024 as well, but it was just too big to rig.
Hold on, let me go back. Slow down. All right, slow down. Do you think that he...
God, this tool loves Trump so much that he went out of his way to like learn how to impersonate him. Like, he's your daddy. Sorry.
Actually
it's not
won.
better than mine. I'm sorry.
Do you think he won the election or no? Do you think he thinks he won?
I think the American people were...
And I think he believes that the election process that happened in 2025 was a good deal for him, right? So now let's talk about the president's job. The job of the president is to govern the whole nation.
Yes.
Right? The job is to help us get into a position where we profit and that our communities and families can thrive, right?
Totally agree.
And that's what he ran on. And that's why I voted for him. And that's why I believed him.
And you know what?
Because
let me level with you.
The moments that he took, and he actually grandstand and made everybody feel happy and funny and warm. But he was actually pounding on great ideas that we needed as Americans at the time.
Yeah. You know what? Let me level with you really fast.
I do think he does follow the rules of law.
Well, we're not talking about the rule of law right now. We're talking about your feelings with respect to his policy. And I actually agree. A lot of the American people were under the impression that regardless of how vulgar he was, his policy was designed to make their lives better. Tariffs are going to reshore manufacturing. There's going to be a short-term level of pain. And at the end of the day, we have hundreds of thousands of jobs for blue-collar workers or anybody that doesn't want to go to college. That didn't happen. So hold on. He said he was going to secure the border.
Oh my God, if this guy was like 1 or 2 feet shorter, I'd probably want to smash him with a hammer.
That he's passed to secure the border and bring about decade-long comprehensive change.
Well, I'll tell you
that hasn't
this.
happened.
I've been to Nogales.
It hasn't happened.
I've been to the border.
It didn't
I've
happen.
seen the actual
Hold on,
wall
you're not
being
answering
built.
the question.
I've talked to contractors that are actually being paid in order to build this. Now, being a part of a nonprofit, now being a part of a nonprofit that counters child trafficking, we understand that the border was the most vulnerable part for these children to come in and to be taken advantage of and to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
That has stopped a huge amount. During the Biden administration, it was flooded open. All these kids were coming in. Over 300,000 kids just reported were going into the United States with no documentation, no nothing.
They were documented.
And this was the last point of entry where they were able to get stopped. And no, you can't say that all these children were documented. That is a very offhanded, very vague, opinionated
that were given away to family members, etc., like verified individuals.
You're going to tell me, as the president
I'm not going to let you get away from what I said.
No, as a child trafficking advocate, you're going to tell me that you know the numbers better than me. That you're saying all 300,000 children of these children, I'm not offended, 300,000 of these children were all documented. I'm just trying to get you on what
Can someone traffic pube head boy over there? I mean, you know, I'm not calling out for serious action or anything like that, but I just wouldn't be upset.
I have a question. How do you have a number?
From different organizations that work with the government.
So not the federal government themselves.
Yes, of course, the federal government.
Okay, so they have a number of a certain level, a certain amount of kids, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Which means what?
that they have a limited record number of
documented
actual abuse. Yeah, but that's only that's a little percentage of what we actually see. You think
there's more children? Millions?
There is definitely hundreds of thousands of children. If the record is 300,000, guaranteed it's at least double that. Because they don't report.
And you know what? That's scary. And child trafficking is terrible. So what's the bill that Donald Trump's introduced to tackle it?
I am telling you that he has brought the border under control. He has secured the border. I've seen it myself. Look, I've been to Washington. I've actually delegated for the Dignity Act to try to get people to have amnesty to be able to be here so that they can work here and pay and live under the rule of law. Okay?
Yep.
I've been to the border. I've seen Nogales. I've seen straight up open desert where people can only get by through what do they call those big giant spikes that they used to put on the beaches, you know?
Yep.
That was the only thing that was covering it. People can walk right through there. There is now a border being built, a road. We never had a road going from the west to the east through that area. Now we do because of what he's done. So whether you want to say it's a bill or not, his initiatives, his litigation has put it to that area where we can now actually say, hey, something's getting done.
So I appreciate the monologue, but it was just to prove that, he failed in that promise.
He didn't
The other one was no new wars. What happened there?
No new wars. I agree that we needed to fight and say, hey, no new wars to get into the White House.
Okay.
And when you get into the White House, you have a whole new perspective of what happens. You can run all you want and say, I'm running my campaign on this and this and that. When you get in there and you're dealing with a flock of 10 to 20-year-old litigators that have been in there that are telling you this, and you're trying to find the best way to get around, you might make some sticky situations.
Might drag us into some wars, yes.
I'm definitely not going to sit and say that I'm pro-war.
I want to address the immigration thing that you mentioned.
Is one of the hardest jobs.
All right, let's jump ahead to the next part of the debate with another brown Republican guy, I guess. I don't know, they all look the same on here for some reason. There we go.
Expel a number of illegal immigrants that came into the country illegally.
He didn't secure the border at all.
Illegally.
He let tons of people in illegally. So how was
he
that?
let them in.
Yeah, he let
Joe
them
Biden
in. He didn't do anything to prevent them. He didn't send ICE. Wow. He didn't have Border Patrol.
CBP exists. Yeah, that's existed.
A lot of
Border
Patrol agents said that they weren't allowed to do things that they're supposed to be doing under the Biden administration.
Like what?
So how is that upholding the rule of law?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that Border Patrol agents were barred from doing things that they're required to by law. Can you tell me?
Yeah, like putting people back, sending them back to where they came from.
There were deportations under Joe Biden.
There was very little.
Okay,
they let more people in the country legally than any other administration. So how is that? How is that upholding the rule of law? The rule of law. So whenever Obama was, I'm not going to slow down. Whenever Obama was in office, he deported a lot of people, right? Mm-hmm. When Biden got in, he didn't uphold the same rules of law that Obama, that Bush, that Trump term one had to follow. He did not do that. That was one of the reasons why he lost the election. He put Kamala Harris as the border czar.
Dude, I'm sorry, but looking back on it retrospectively, Biden was pretty friggin' based. I mean, he was calling young black kids roaches and you ain't black if you don't vote for me. I mean, dude, we did not have a more based president than Biden.
Who actually enforced the law, and she failed to do that.
Okay.
I mean, you're laughing, but it's reality.
It's not actually reality.
It is reality. I'm sorry to break it to
you. So you said that they deported very little people, but CBP wasn't allowed to deport people. So how?
I didn't say they weren't allowed. I said that
you did.
No, they were highly encouraged not to. A lot of Border Patrol agents complained. You can listen to Tom Homan. He talks about this all the time. He's been in charge of that agency under Democratic presidents and Republican presidents.
Okay.
There was a lot of pressure from the Biden administration, just like the Biden administration also pressured big tech companies to censor people on social media.
Bro,
so are they upholding the rule of law? Why are they putting
which one do you want me to talk about? You pick.
My main
immigration
point,
or social media?
My main point is this.
They're going around sending subpoenas to Discord,
you keep saying
Google,
Trump doesn't uphold the rule of law.
Facebook.
You keep
with
saying
the intention of what? Unmasking anonymous accounts that post things about ICE that they don't like.
You keep saying Trump
that's real legal pressure.
Doesn't uphold the rule of law as if Democrats do that.
Yeah.
When in reality, under their administrations, there's been a lot of instances, which we've already went over, where they're not upholding the rule of law.
So Joe Biden. Wait, how many illegals came in under Joe Biden?
They say around 20 million. That's the estimate.
Who said that?
The federal government.
That's not true.
Trump,
DHS
many
says
of the
there's
officials,
10
Tom
million
Holman. Tom Holman.
Donald Trump said 30. Kristi Noem under oath said 15
He
to
actually
25.
says 20. He cites that number all the time.
Kristi Noem under oath said 15 to 25 million. DHS prior to that said there was 10 million encounters, and those encompass individuals.
There's a
that
margin
were
of error for something where you can't track
the margin
people.
of error is 20 million?
It's between 10 and 20 million. Yes, it's somewhere in that range. That's what even Democratic people have been saying.
You know, there's got-away estimates of individuals that managed to evade CBP, correct? And that's anywhere from 2 to 3 million.
Are you making the argument that the Biden administration handled the border well and handled immigration well?
Question.
It's a yes or no answer.
Nope, that's a different question.
Do you think they did well?
It's a question of, hold on.
Because they did not uphold the policies for immigration during his administration.
The prompt says uphold both the rule of law and the Constitution. Now asking me if they did an effective job at doing so. You recognize that that's a fundamentally different question,
the
right?
law. They didn't enforce the law that's on the books.
Okay.
Administrations have the ability to either enforce the law that's on the books
they cannot ignore
or
the law.
ignore the law.
That's not true.
Yes.
No.
A lack of enforcement you can rule is also like ignoring the law. You're not doing the job.
Where was this
you were put in position.
Dude, shut up. I mean, you guys just want all these illegal immigrants over here for cheaper labor and to take jobs that you don't want to take. I mean, it's very obvious already. Like, remember Kelly Osbourne when she was like, Donald Trump, if you don't allow immigrants, who's going to clean your toilets? That's your perspective, man, and that's fine, but that's what it is. So we just watched Mr. David Pubehead Boy debate a couple of MAGA Republicans and totally get destroyed. If you like videos like this, we are dropping them daily on this channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. And this is not America First nor America Last, but America Only. Thank you for watching, folks.